Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth while others stay stuck in a cycle of financial struggle? The difference isn't always education, opportunity, or even luck. In many cases, it comes down to one thing: psychology. Today, we're redecoding the mindset difference between the rich and the poor, and once you understand it, you can start shifting your own thinking to build lasting wealth. Welcome back to the channel, where we break down money, success, and mindset so you can achieve financial freedom. If you're serious about upgrading your money mindset and learning how the wealthy think, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because each week, we share strategies that could change your financial future. Section 1. The power of mindset. Let's start with this truth. Money is not just about numbers, it's about mindset. Rich people see money as a tool, a resource to grow, invest, and create opportunities. Poor people, on the other hand, often see money as something to be spent or lost. This difference in perspective shapes every financial decision. Example: a rich mindset asks, how can I make my money work for me? A poor mindset asks, how can I spend this money right now? Section 2. Abundance versus scarcity. Another key difference is the abundance mindset versus the scarcity mindset. Wealthy individuals believe there's always more opportunity, more money, and more growth out there. This allows them to take risks and invest in their future. In contrast, a scarcity mindset focuses on fear of losing money, fear of missing out, fear of failure. That fear keeps people stuck. Think about it. When you believe there's abundance, you take action. When you believe money is limited, you freeze. Section 3. Long-term versus short-term thinking. Rich people play the long game. They're willing to delay gratification, invest for years, and build wealth, slowly but surely. Poor psychology, however, is focused on short-term pleasure, spending money now for temporary satisfaction. That's why one group builds assets, while the other accumulates debt. Example: rich mindset. If I invest this $1,000 today, it could become $10,000 in the future. Poor mindset. I worked hard. I deserve to spend this $1,000 right now. Section 4. Responsibility versus blame. Here's another psychological divider. Rich people take responsibility, while poor people often blame circumstances. The wealthy think, if it's going to be, it's up to me. They know they're in control of their future. On the other side, poor psychology leans on excuses. The economy is bad. I don't get opportunities. Life isn't fair. While those struggles may be real, the mindset of blame keeps people powerless. The difference is accountability. The rich ask, what can I do? The poor ask, why me? Section 5. Learning versus entertainment. Here's a small but powerful detail: how people use their time. Wealthy people invest in learning, books, courses, mentorship, networking. They know every new skill adds value. Poor psychology, however, focuses heavily on entertainment, Netflix, scrolling, or spending hours on distractions. One group builds knowledge, the other escapes reality. Think of it like this: the rich turn their downtime into learning time. The poor turn their downtime into wasted time. Section 6. Risk versus safety. Another key factor is how each group views risk. Rich psychology sees risk as necessary for growth. It's something to be managed, not avoided. Poor psychology avoids risk altogether, preferring comfort and safety even if it means staying stuck financially. But here's the truth: avoiding risk is the biggest risk of all. For example, the wealthy invest in businesses, stocks, or real estate. The poor often keep money in low-interest accounts, where inflation eats away at its value. Section 7. Networking versus isolation. Wealthy individuals understand the power of relationships. They network, build connections, and surround themselves with other ambitious people. Poor psychology often says, I don't need anyone, or worse, rich people are greedy. That mindset closes doors. Remember, your network often determines your net worth. If you want to shift from poor to rich psychology, start building relationships with people who are already where you want to be. Conclusion: so, what's the real difference between rich and poor? It's not just money, it's mindset. Abundance versus scarcity. Long-term versus short-term. Responsibility versus blame. Learning versus entertainment. Risk-taking versus safety. And networking versus isolation. If you start shifting your psychology today, your financial reality will begin to change tomorrow. Now it's your turn. What mindset do you want to carry forward? Drop a comment below. Do you feel you reoperating with a rich psychology or a poor psychology right now? Let's start a real conversation about money and mindset. And if this video gave you value, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message today. Remember, success starts in the mind before it shows up in the bank account.